What's up everybody, Damon here, and in today's gaming news, we've got new Xbox Game Pass editions, the new Divinity game is giving older Larian games a shot in the arm, and once upon a time, a Japanese publisher wanted to mangafy Lara Croft. This is your Daily Fix. Xbox Game Pass is set for a big hitter at the end of January, Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. This marks the debut of Saber Interactive's third-person action game in a subscription library and comes 1.5 years after its September 2024 release. For the uninitiated, Space Marine 2 sees you assume the role of Titus, a member of the Ultramarines chapter of Space Marines. He goes up against the monstrous Tyranids in a campaign that can be played with up to 2 friends. But there are a number of PvE and PvP modes to keep you busy after. Following the success of Space Marine 2, Titus has become something of a poster boy for the Warhammer 40K setting. Space Marine 3 is already confirmed to be in the works, with updates still coming for Space Marine 2. What else is coming to Game Pass? Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding Director's Cut arrives on January 21st. Also on that day, Roadcraft and Ninja Gaiden Ragebound join the service. Moving on to January 27th, first-person puzzle game The Talos Principle 2 arrives. A day later, on January 28th, Anno Mutationum will be added alongside hybrid roguelite Drop Duchy. My Sims Cozy Bundle comes to Game Pass Ultimate and PC on January 29th, the same day Space Marine 2 arrives. Creeping into early February, we have Indica on February 2nd, and Final Fantasy II, the remodeled 2D take on the second game in the Final Fantasy series on February 3rd. Moving on, last month's announcement of Divinity has sparked a significant increase in sales of Baldur's Gate 3 and Divinity Original Sin 2, developer Larian has said. Divinity, announced at the Game Awards in December with a much-discussed trailer, is the next role-playing game from Larian following the enormous success of 2023's Baldur's Gate 3. And that game has shown remarkable staying power, particularly on Steam, where it is still seeing peak concurrent player numbers above 100,000 despite being 2.5 years old. 2017's Divinity Original Sin 2, meanwhile, has also seen an uptick in players following the Divinity announcement, with peak concurrence in the tens of thousands. According to Larian boss Sven Vincke, it's not just that people who already own Baldur's Gate 3 or Divinity Original Sin 2 are returning to the game, people are buying both games in significant numbers and jumping in for the first time. Vincke said, "Sales for both BG3 and DOS2 have been incredible since the announcement of Divinity. DOS2 really surprised us by having its best month since release in 2017. Part of the reason people are revisiting Original Sin 2 is because it just received a graphics refresh, so it's looking better than ever." And finally today, one of the original designers of Tomb Raider's iconic Lara Croft has revealed that Core Design's then Japanese publisher had asked for the character to be given a manga redesign to appeal to Japanese players. Responding to a fan who had unearthed a comment from him a few years ago, Tomb Raider co-creator and programmer Paul Douglas confirmed there had been a little pressure quite late in Tomb Raider's development when publisher Victor Interactive Software faxed over some of their own designs over fears the Western design wouldn't go down well in Japan. Douglas said on Blue Sky, "Victor wanted us to change in-game Lara to appeal more to a Japanese audience. Huge eyes and head, etc. They faxed through examples really late in development. Toby Gard really didn't want to alter Lara. As a compromise, all that was changed was the manuals and guide. Not sure who did that render or illustrations." As for current day Lara, we've got Tomb Raider Catalyst, an all-new adventure scheduled for release sometime in 2027. Before then, though, we're expecting Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis at some point this year. And that's your Daily Fix for Monday, January 20th. Right now at Humble, you can get Humble Choice for just $14.99 and score a curated bundle of PC games for January, including Sonic Frontiers, Tomb Raiders 4 through 6 Remastered, Hunt Showdown 1896, Etrian Odyssey 2 HD, Nice Day for Fishing, Metal Slug Tactics, Settlement Survival, and Wizard of Legend 2. This month's choice is available through February 3rd, so head to humblebundle.com and start playing today. I'm Damon Hatfield, and for all your video game news, stay tuned to IGN.